All right, let's jump right in. We're tackling a tough question today, one that I'm sure a lot of you have run into at work. And we're going to look at it through the really interesting advice of a spiritual teacher, which takes this common office problem and turns it into something, well, something much bigger. So here's the question at the heart of it all. It's that classic situation, right? You're good at what you do, you've got the experience, but you look at your boss and you can see, well, you can see the flaws. You see where things are going wrong. And you're stuck in this really awkward spot. Do you step in and say something, or do you just keep your head down? What's the smart play here? So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll lay out the problem, then we'll totally reframe it. After that, we'll look at a new way to handle it, and then dig into the really deep philosophical stuff behind the advice. Okay, so let's start with the dilemma itself. The person who originally asked this question felt like they were pretty blessed in life, you know? They had good teachers, a lot of talent, a great upbringing, and because they feel so competent, it's extra frustrating to watch their boss make what seem like obvious mistakes. I mean, this is such a common conflict, isn't it? When you know you can do better, you feel this responsibility to step up and fix things. But, and it's a big but, you're in a workplace hierarchy, and going up against the person in charge, that's risky business. You're constantly trying to balance what's best for the company with, not getting fired. All right, now here's where things get really interesting. The teacher's response is just brilliant. Instead of giving a simple yes or no answer, he completely flips the script and questions the entire premise of the question. He asks, if you can see their flaws, are they really your leader? I mean, think about that for a second. It's a pretty radical idea. He's saying that from your point of view, if you can easily spot their weaknesses, then in a true spiritual or developmental sense, they're not really leading you. A real leader is someone you genuinely look up to, someone whose flaws you just don't see. And this just lays it out so perfectly. There's a huge difference between a leader by position and a true leader. Your boss, they're a leader by position. They gave you the job, they created the economic opportunity. You work there, maybe out of necessity. But a true leader is a guide. And the teacher's whole point is this: your boss isn't your guide. They are a subject for your study. Okay, so if just barging in and trying to correct your boss is the wrong move, what is the right one? I mean, you can't just sit back and watch everything fall apart, right? The solution isn't to just stay silent. It's about changing how you communicate. So you shift your goal. You're not there to correct them. You're there to consult with them. You do it in private, never in public. And your whole attitude changes. It's about offering support, not passing judgment. And this is absolutely the key. The goal is to be relied upon, not to be right. Think about it. When you try to prove you're right, you become a threat, a competitor. But when you offer support, you become an indispensable ally. And that's how you actually gain influence. But it goes even deeper than that. This next idea is about realizing what your true role in this whole situation actually is. The teacher calls this social study. It's this idea that your workplace isn't just a place to do a job. It's like a laboratory. It's a classroom for understanding people, power, and all those messy human dynamics. Your real job in this view is to watch, learn, and grow your own wisdom from everything you see. And here comes the cold, hard truth. If you try to fix your superior, you're not just overstepping, you're interfering, and you'll get marked for removal. It's that simple. You'll be seen as the problem, and they will find a way to get rid of you. It is a game you just can't win by fighting head-on. Okay, so now we're going to zoom way out, because this is where the advice really leaves the office behind and becomes a much bigger, more profound philosophy for how to live your life. So remember how the person who asked this question mentioned they felt really blessed? Good family, lots of talent, great opportunities. They see all of this as personal fortune, something good they have. Well, get ready for another massive reframe. The teacher looks at all that and says, this is a debt. Whoa. All those blessings? They're not a gift for you to just enjoy. They're a loan, a debt you owe to society. All that support, all that talent, it was an investment made in you. And now it's your job to pay it back. So that brings us to the ultimate question, the final piece of the puzzle. If all your talents and blessings are a debt, how on earth do you repay it? First, we need to understand this idea of merit. Think of it like spiritual capital. When you use your skills to do good things, to help people, you build up this positive energy. It's like wealth for your soul. Now, the totally normal thing to do is to hoard this merit, right? To think, hey, I earned this. This success is mine. But the teacher says, holding on to that for yourself is actually a kind of greed. So the truly wise move is to practice what's called returning merit. This is where you consciously take all the good stuff that comes from your work, the success, the praise, the positive energy, and you dedicate it to others, to your team, to society, to anyone who needs it. It's this incredible practice of letting go, of non-possession. And this kicks off this amazing, powerful cycle. You use your talents, you do good work, and that creates merit. But instead of holding on to it, you return it, you give it away. And what happens? You become lighter. You're not weighed down by ego or success. And that space you create, that's where new wisdom flows in. You actually become more respected and achieve more, not because you kept everything for yourself, but because you gave it all away. So that's where we land. What began as a pretty common question about how to handle your boss has turned into this deep daily practice. It's not just about workplace politics anymore. It's about how you manage your own soul. And it leaves us with this one powerful question to think about every single day.